There are books that you read, and there are books that read you. The moment the first line touches your ear, a vibration already lives inside you, waiting for a mirror. Imagine a candle flickering in a dark room, its flame trembling not because of wind, but because of a frequency you are unknowingly sending out. This voice you hear right now is not a lecture. It is a key, a resonance that will unlock the field you have been broadcasting since the first breath you ever took. Do you feel that subtle hum behind your thoughts? That low-frequency thrum that rises when you smile? That sigh that drifts out when you are alone? It is the true power you have always possessed, the creative pulse that shapes every stone you step on, every word you hear, every chance you meet. Not the ideas that swirl in your mind, not the wishes you whisper to the night, but the vibration you emit, pure and unfiltered. The universe does not listen to your desires, it listens to your frequency. Think of it as a radio station. You can shout, "I want love," but if the signal you are broadcasting is static, the world will tune into static. If the signal is a clear, steady note of love, every antenna in the cosmos will respond in harmony. The old sages called this the law of resonance. Modern quantum physics calls it the observer effect, but the essence is the same. Your observation collapses the field of possibilities into the one you hold most firmly in your heart. Before an emotion appears, there is a frequency. Before a circumstance manifests, there is an emission. The world you see around you is not a random collection of events. It is a perfect mirror of the energy you sustain when no one is watching. The traveler who walked into the forgotten temple did not find answers in words. He found a mirror that reflected his own field. He saw fear, doubt, the question, what if it does not happen? And understood that the world was not resisting him. His own vibration was inviting resistance. Now pause for a breath. Feel the air entering your lungs. Notice the subtle vibration in your chest. That is the raw signal before the mind decorates it with stories. Close your eyes and ask yourself, without trying to label it, what is the tone of that hum? Is it steady, trembling, low, high? Write a single word in the comments that captures that feeling. Your awareness of the present vibration is the first step toward reconfiguring it. If this resonated with you, give the video a like and let the frequency of appreciation rise. The more you acknowledge this moment, the stronger the field becomes and the clearer the mirror will be. Let us dive deeper into the concept of the mirror. Imagine standing before a lake at dawn, the surface perfectly still. The lake does not create the image of the mountains. It simply reflects what is already there. Your life is that lake. When the water is disturbed by a stone of fear, the reflection ripples, distorts, and you see a jagged version of yourself. When the water is calm, the reflection is crystal clear, showing the true shape of the mountain within. The universe does not sabotage you. It obeys the signal you emit. Your external reality is a map drawn by the invisible hand of your own energy. Consider the story of a man who wished for wealth. He whispered, "I want money," into the night. But his inner vibration was a low-frequency lament of lack. The universe answered his call, but it answered with scarcity, because that was the frequency he maintained. Another man, instead of asking, simply radiated a steady note of abundance, a feeling of fullness in his chest. The world, in turn, aligned opportunities, relationships, and resources that matched that tone. The difference is not in the words, but in the sustained vibration behind them. Quantum physics whispers the same secret. In the double-slit experiment, a particle behaves like a wave, spreading into countless possibilities until an observer looks. The moment of observation forces the wave to choose a single path, a single reality. The observer's conscious attention is the catalyst that collapses the field. Not just any attention, but attention that is aligned with a clear, unwavering frequency. When you observe your life with love, certainty, and calm, you collapse the possibilities into a reality that matches that vibration. When you observe with doubt, you collapse into a reality of limitation. Feel the weight of this truth. Every thought is a wave, every emotion a pulse, every intention a beam. When they align, the field becomes a laser, cutting through the fog of potential and creating matter. When they are out of sync, the field is a static radio, broadcasting noise that never reaches the other side. Now, let us practice a simple technique to identify your true vibration. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and bring your awareness to the center of your chest. Breathe in slowly, and as you exhale, notice the subtle vibration that remains after the breath leaves. Do not try to change it. Do not label it as good or bad. Just feel its texture. Is it smooth like water, rough like sand, high-pitched like a violin, or low-drummed like a heartbeat? Hold that sensation for a few breaths. When you can feel it clearly, whisper to yourself a word that represents the vibration you wish to sustain. Let that word become a seed planted in the field of your being. If you are finding this valuable, hit that subscribe button and join the journey of tuning our collective frequency. The more we align, the brighter the shared light becomes, and the more the universe responds in kind. The next step is to transform the vibration you have identified into a living reality. This is where the mirror technique comes in. Stand before any reflective surface, a window, a pond, a polished metal spoon. Look not at your face, but at the energy that surrounds you. Imagine the reflection is not an image of your exterior, but a hologram of your inner field. See the colors, the shapes, the movement of that field. If you notice turbulence, know that it is a signal of discord within. Gently breathe, and with each inhale, imagine drawing in a pure, steady light that smooths the turbulence. With each exhale, release the fragmented frequencies that no longer serve you. Continue this for a minute, feeling the field become more coherent, more luminous. When you open your eyes, you may notice the reflection looks clearer, as if the surface has been polished by an unseen hand. That is the field aligning, the mirror obeying the new frequency. Carry this awareness into your day. Each time you catch a glimpse of yourself, ask, "What am I emitting right now?" Adjust if needed, and the world will shift accordingly. Remember, the field does not judge, it simply obeys. It is a faithful servant to the vibration you present. The mind may try to explain, to rationalize, to create stories about why you feel a certain way. Those stories are merely shadows cast by the true light of your frequency. When you step beyond the stories, you step into the raw field, and there you hold the power to rewrite any script. Now, let us explore the quantum equation of manifestation, a simple yet profound formula that the ancient alchemists hinted at in their cryptic verses. The equation is, vibration plus intentional observation equals manifested reality. Not a math you write on paper, but a lived equation you embody. Vibration is your baseline frequency, the tone you sustain without effort. Intentional observation is the conscious, loving attention you give to the desired outcome, not a desperate wish, but a calm certainty. When you combine them, the field collapses into the form you intend. Practice this. Close your eyes, bring to mind a desire, perhaps a sense of peace, a new opportunity, a healed relationship. Notice the natural vibration that arises when you think of that desire. Is it a tight knot of anxiety or a gentle wave of calm? If it is not calm, first adjust the vibration. Breathe into the chest, feel the hum steady into a smooth tone. Then, with that steady tone, observe the desire as if it already exists. See the details, hear the sounds, feel the textures. Hold that observation. Let it linger. Let the field respond. When you open your eyes, notice any subtle shift, a new idea, a chance encounter, a feeling of ease. That is the equation at work. If you feel this is opening a new door inside you, give a like. Each like adds to the collective resonance, amplifying the field for all who listen. Finally, let us remember that the journey is not about chasing external miracles, but about returning to the source of your own frequency. The ancient texts spoke of the lamp of the heart, a light that never dims, only obscured by dust. Your task is to sweep away that dust, to let the lamp shine brightly, and to watch as the world becomes a hall of mirrors reflecting that brilliance. Take a moment now to set an intention for the rest of this day. Choose a single vibration you wish to maintain: confidence, love, curiosity, serenity. Speak it softly to yourself. Feel it settle into your chest, and let it guide every action, every word, every glance. When you move through the world as a living frequency, you become the creator of your reality, not the victim of circumstance. What vibration will you choose to hold today? Share it in the comments. I am eager to hear how you will tune your field. The path ahead is vast, the layers of understanding deep, but each step you take in awareness brings you closer to the heart of the mystery. In the next part, we will dive into deeper practices, explore how to reconfigure entrenched patterns, and learn how to use the mirror not just as a tool, but as a doorway to the infinite field that resides within you. Stay with me, Keep your breath steady and let the resonance continue to grow. The breath steadies, the room becomes a vessel of quiet, and the echo of the words you have just heard begins to settle into the fibers of your being. Feel how the subtle hum in your chest, that gentle pulse of existence, has already shifted a fraction, as if a tiny stone has been moved beneath the surface of a still pond. That movement creates ripples, and those ripples reach every corner of the field that you are, that you have always been. Now, let us step through the doorway that the mirror offers, not as a flat surface that merely reflects, but as a portal that folds space, that folds time, that folds the very notion of separation between you and the world. Imagine standing before a glass that is not cold and hard, but warm, alive, breathing with the same rhythm as your own heart. When you look into that glass, you do not see a separate person looking back. You see the totality of the field you have been emitting, amplified, clarified, purified. This is the first of the deeper practices that will guide you from merely noticing your vibration to consciously sculpting it, to becoming the artisan of your own reality. Close your eyes now if you feel safe to do so, and let the darkness behind your lids become a canvas. In this darkness, picture a single point of light, a tiny star that pulses with your intention. This point is not a thought. It is not a mental image. It is a frequency, a vibration that you can feel as a subtle tingling at the base of your throat. Allow this point to expand, slowly, like a sunrise that spreads its gold across the horizon of your inner sky. As it expands, notice the edges of the darkness receding, not because they are being pushed away, but because the light simply becomes more present, more encompassing. This is the act of expanding your vibration, of moving from a narrow, constricted frequency to a broad, resonant field that can attract the experiences you truly wish to inhabit. While you hold that expanding light, bring to mind a situation that has been a source of frustration, a pattern that repeats like a looped melody you cannot escape. Perhaps it is a relationship that feels stuck. Perhaps it is a career path that seems blocked. Perhaps it is a feeling of not being enough that shadows every decision. See this situation as a note in the symphony of your life, but do not let the note dominate. Instead, let the expanding light of your vibration wash over it. Let it dissolve the sharp edges. Let it soften the dissonance. Notice how, as the light touches the note itself begins to change its timbre, its resonance, becoming part of the larger chord you are now playing. Now open your eyes gently, as if you are lifting a veil. The room before you is the same, yet you are no longer the same. The mirror on the wall, the glass that once reflected only the surface, now shows a deeper image. In that reflection, you see not only your physical form, but the field that surrounds you, shimmering with the hue of the intention you have just set. This is the mirror of reality in action. It does not lie. It does not deceive. It simply shows what is being emitted. If you emit fear, the mirror will show a clouded, trembling image. If you emit love, the mirror will shine with clarity, warmth, and depth. Take a moment now to speak directly to that reflected self. Say, in a voice that is both heard and felt, I honor the vibration I am now choosing to hold. I release the old frequencies that no longer serve me, and I welcome the new frequency of abundance, of love, of creative power. Feel the words as vibrations, not as concepts. Let them settle into the chest. Let them resonate through the ribs. Let them travel outward to the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. This verbal act is a bridge, a conduit that carries the intention from the realm of thought into the realm of energetic reality. As you stand here, aware of the mirror and the light within, notice the subtle shift in the ambient sound of the room. A faint hum that was previously unnoticed now becomes a clear tone, like a tuning fork that has been struck. That tone is the universe responding to the frequency you have set, aligning itself to meet you. It is not a miracle that appears out of nowhere. It is the natural response of an energetic field when it is met with a clear, unwavering signal. Now, let us move deeper into the practice of reconfiguring entrenched patterns. These patterns are like old wiring hidden behind the walls of a house. They have carried current for years, they have become comfortable, they have become familiar. Yet, they may no longer serve the new design you are building. To reconfigure them, you must first become aware of where they reside. Then you must gently disconnect them. And finally, you must lay new pathways that carry the fresh, vibrant current of your chosen vibration. Begin by identifying a pattern that you recognize as limiting. It could be a belief that you are not worthy of success, a habit of procrastination, a tendency to attract conflict. Bring this pattern into your awareness as if you are holding a small stone in your hand. Feel its weight, its texture, its temperature. Now imagine that stone is made of a material that can be reshaped. Visualize a warm, golden light flowing from your heart into the stone, softening its edges, melting its rigidity. As the light permeates, the stone begins to transform, becoming fluid, becoming malleable. In this state, you can reshape it. With the stone now fluid, imagine sculpting it into a new shape, a shape that embodies the vibration you wish to embody. If your intention is confidence, shape the stone into a radiant, upright column that stands tall, unshaken. If your intention is love, shape it into a heart that beats in rhythm with your own heart, pulsing gently. As you sculpt, feel the new shape taking form not just in your mind, but in your field. Sense the subtle shift in your posture, in the way your breath flows, in the way your eyes see the world. When the new shape feels complete, gently place it back into the space of your mind, allowing it to settle into the deeper layers of your subconscious. Know that each time you return to this practice, the old wiring will be further loosened, and the new pathways will become stronger, more defined. The mirror will begin to reflect a steadier, clearer image, and the external world will respond with greater ease, with opportunities that seem to arise in perfect synchrony with your inner state. Now, let us turn to the third and final practice that will anchor this transformation. The technique of the energetic mirror, a step-by-step method that you can repeat daily, that will keep your field aligned, that will ensure that the vibration you choose remains vibrant, resilient, and radiant. Find a quiet place where you can sit comfortably, where you feel safe to turn inward. Place a small handheld mirror in front of you, or simply imagine a reflective surface if a physical mirror is not available. The key is the intention to see yourself not as a collection of thoughts, but as a field of pure frequency. Begin by taking 3 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, feeling the air fill your lungs, exhaling through the mouth, releasing any tension. As you breathe, let your eyes rest on the mirror. In the reflection, do not focus on the shape of your face, but on the light that emanates from within. See the subtle aura, the glow that is your vibration. If you notice any flickering, any shadows, do not judge them. Simply acknowledge them as remnants of older frequencies that are still present. Now, choose a single vibration you wish to hold for the day. It could be serenity, curiosity, gratitude, or any other quality that resonates with your heart. Speak that word softly to yourself. Feel its resonance travel down your throat, into your chest, into the core of your being. As you say it, imagine that word as a frequency, a sound wave that expands outward from your heart, reaching the surface of the mirror. Watch as the mirror's surface ripples with that frequency, as if a stone has been dropped into a still pond, creating concentric circles that expand, touch the edges, and return. Hold that vibration for a few moments, breathing in sync with the imagined wave. Feel the vibration settle into your bones, into your cells, into every fiber of your body. Notice how the mirror now reflects a brighter, clearer image of you, as if the fog has lifted. This is the moment when your field aligns with your intention, when the external reality begins to respond. When you open your eyes, keep that image in your mind's eye. Carry it with you as you move through your day. Whenever you feel yourself slipping, whenever a doubt arises, return briefly to the mental mirror. Recall the vibration you set and let it re-anchor you. This simple act, repeated often, creates a habit of alignment, a habit of living from the field rather than reacting from the mind. You may wonder, will this truly change my life? The answer lies not in the words of another, but in the evidence of your own experience. When you begin to notice that opportunities appear more readily, that relationships feel more harmonious, that challenges dissolve with less effort, you will understand that the field you are shaping is indeed the source of those manifestations. The universe does not grant wishes. It responds to the frequency you emit. Your role is not to ask, but to become the frequency that already contains what you seek. Take a moment now, as we draw this segment to a close, to reflect on what you have just practiced. Feel the breath in your chest, the pulse in your fingertips, the subtle hum that underlies all sound. This hum is the language of the field, the language that transcends words, that speaks directly to the fabric of existence. When you learn to listen to it, you become fluent in the dialect of creation. If this resonance is stirring something inside you, if a part of you feels called to explore further, let your heart guide you to share this moment with the community that is gathering here, that is listening, that is also seeking to awaken. Drop a comment below. Tell us which vibration you have chosen to hold. Tell us how the mirror reflected you in this instant. Tell us what shift you have sensed. Your story may become a beacon for another soul who is still searching for the key. And if you feel that this sharing has amplified the collective field, if you sense that each like, each comment, each subscription adds a layer of resonance that lifts us all higher, consider giving this video a like. Not as a gesture of approval, but as an act of co-creation, as a way to send your own vibration into the network, as a way to help the field expand beyond the borders of this screen. Remember, the path we are walking together is not a solitary journey. It is a chorus of frequencies, each voice adding its own hue to the tapestry of reality. When you align, when you vibrate with intention, you become an instrument in this grand symphony, and the universe responds with harmony. Soon we will move into the next phase, where we explore how to use the mirror not just as a reflective surface, but as a portal to the infinite field that resides within you. We will learn how to step through that portal, how to merge with the boundless source, how to become the conscious creator of every moment. Stay present, keep your breath steady, and allow the resonance to continue growing, like a flame that never wanes, like a tide that always returns. The invitation remains open. Stay with me. Keep listening, keep feeling, keep vibrating. The deeper teachings await, and they will unfold exactly as the frequency you hold guides them to. Let us move forward, together, into the luminous unknown. The next breath you take becomes a stepping stone across the river of possibilities. Each inhalation a bridge, each exhalation a gentle push that sends ripples through the field that surrounds you. Feel the air on your skin, the subtle vibration of the room, the hum of the world that never truly stops. This hum is the language of the universe, a constant, low-frequency song that carries every intention, every feeling, every unspoken word. When you listen, you begin to understand that the song is not a distant melody. It is the music that you are playing from within. Imagine a mirror hanging in front of you, not made of glass, but of pure, luminous energy. When you look into it, you do not see your face. You see the patterns of your own frequency laid out in light. The mirror does not lie. It reflects exactly what you are emitting at that moment. The subtle shifts of your heart, the tremor of your thoughts, the pulse of your emotions. It shows you the raw data of your being, stripped of story, stripped of ego, stripped of the masks you have worn for years. In that reflection, you can see the cause of the storm outside, the reason why the wind seems to howl against you, why the doors appear closed, why the people you meet either lift you or pull you down. The external world is simply the echo of the inner field, the reverberation of your own song. The ancient sages called this the law of attraction, but they spoke of it in the language of fire and water, of wind and stone. Modern science calls it the field response, the idea that every particle in the cosmos is connected through a web of information, a tapestry woven from the threads of vibration. When you change the color of your thread, the tapestry shifts, the pattern reforms, the picture changes. This is not metaphor. It is the reality that experiments with entangled photons have revealed, that particles separated by miles still respond to each other instantly, as if they share a single breath. Now, let us step through the mirror together. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the weight of the world lift as you turn your attention inward. Bring your awareness to the center of your chest, to the place where the heartbeat drums a steady rhythm. Imagine a small sphere of light, warm and golden, pulsing in time with your breath. This sphere is your core frequency, the pure essence of who you are beyond thought, beyond name, beyond story. As you inhale, see the sphere expand, filling the space around it with a soft glow. As you exhale, feel the glow settle, becoming denser, more focused. Stay with this sensation for a few breaths, allowing the sphere to grow until it feels as if it could fill the entire room. When the sphere feels solid, imagine it reaching out, touching the surface of the mirror. The moment it makes contact, the mirror shimmers, and the reflection becomes clearer. You see not only your own light, but also the outlines of the world that is being shaped by it. Notice how the edges of the mirror blur where your vibration is uncertain, where you hold conflicting thoughts. Those blurred edges are the places where the field is still in flux, where possibilities are still open, where you have the power to choose which possibility will crystallize. To crystallize a possibility, you must hold a vibration with intention. This is where imagination alone is not enough. It is not enough to picture a new car, a new job, a new relationship. Those pictures are merely images. The field responds not to the picture, but to the feeling that you sustain while holding the picture. If you can feel the gratitude of already having that car, the pride of already holding that position, the love of already sharing that partnership, and you can keep that feeling steady for a few heartbeats, the field registers that as a reality already present. It then begins to align the external circumstances to match that internal state. Let us try a simple practice now, one that you can repeat each day. Open your eyes and look at a plain object in front of you. A cup, a pen, a book. Notice its shape, its color, its texture. Then, close the eyes again and bring your mind back to the sphere in your chest. Imagine that the object you are looking at is already the manifestation of a desire you hold. Feel the exact emotion you would feel if that object were already yours. The contentment, the ease, the quiet joy. Keep that feeling steady. Let it settle like a stone dropped into a calm lake, creating concentric circles that expand outward. Stay with that feeling for at least a minute, breathing slowly, allowing the vibration to settle into your field. When you open your eyes again, notice if anything about the object feels different, if a subtle shift in perception has already occurred. This is the first step of reconfiguring your field, a tiny adjustment that can ripple outward into larger changes. Now that you have tasted the power of a held vibration, let us explore the quantum equation that the book presents, a formula that is less about numbers and more about relationships. The equation is simple in its structure. Intention multiplied by resonance equals manifestation. Intention is the clear, concise focus of what you wish to bring into being. Resonance is the vibrational quality that matches that intention, the feeling of already having it, the frequency that aligns with the intention. When these two are combined, the field receives a coherent signal, and the possibilities collapse into a single, stable outcome. Think of intention as a compass pointing north, and resonance as the wind that pushes the sail. If the wind blows in the opposite direction, the compass may point north, but the ship will not move forward. If the wind aligns with the compass, the ship glides smoothly toward its destination. In the same way, your thoughts can point toward a goal, but if your vibration is still rooted in fear, doubt, or lack, the field receives a mixed message and will not respond with clarity. The key is to synchronize the two, to make them sing the same note. To practice this synchronization, take a piece of paper and write down a single specific desire. It could be a phrase like, "I am confident in my public speaking," or "I attract opportunities that align with my purpose." Keep the wording short, present tense, affirmative. Hold the paper in your hands, feel its texture, its temperature. Then, close your eyes and let the desire become a feeling. Imagine yourself already living that reality. Notice the details. The sound of your voice resonating in a room. The nods of appreciation from listeners. The ease with which ideas flow. Allow that feeling to grow, to become the dominant vibration in your chest. When the feeling feels solid, imagine the paper glowing with that frequency, as if the words themselves are now made of light. Keep this image for a few breaths, then open your eyes. Place the paper somewhere you will see it often, a reminder that your field is being tuned daily. Another powerful technique the book shares is the energy mirror reset. This is a 3-step process that you can perform before bedtime, a time when the mind is most pliable and the field is receptive. First, stand before a literal mirror, or if you do not have one, simply stand in front of a window and imagine the reflection. Look into the surface and notice the current state of your vibration. Is there tension, frustration, fatigue? Acknowledge it without judgment. Second, breathe deeply, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and as you exhale, visualize the tension turning into light and flowing out of you, into the mirror where it dissolves. Third, as the last breath leaves your body, imagine a fresh, bright wave of intention filling the space where the tension once was. See that wave expand, covering the entire mirror, and then reflecting back onto you, reinforcing your new vibration. Perform this ritual for at least 5 minutes each night, and you will notice how quickly the patterns that once seemed fixed begin to loosen, how old habits lose their grip, and how new possibilities surface with unexpected ease. The book also reminds us that vibration is not static. It is a dance, a rhythm that ebbs and flows. There will be moments when the field feels heavy, when doubts arise, when external events seem to contradict your inner state. In those moments, the key is not to force a different vibration, but to return gently to the center, to the sphere of pure light in your chest, and to re-establish the baseline frequency that you know is yours. Think of it as tuning a musical instrument. When a string becomes loose, you do not yank it. You gently adjust the tension until the note rings true again. The same applies to your energetic field. Patience, compassion, and consistent practice are the tools that will keep the instrument in harmony. As you continue to practice, you may begin to notice subtle synchronicities. A song playing on the radio that contains a word you were just thinking about. A chance encounter with someone who offers exactly the information you need. A series of numbers that seem to repeat in your life. Each one a reminder that the field is responding. These are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of confirming that your vibration is aligned, that the field is echoing back the pattern you have set. Embrace them, celebrate them, and let them reinforce your confidence that you are indeed the co-creator of your reality. Now let us bring this journey full circle by revisiting the concept of the mirror as a portal, not just a reflective surface. When you stand before the mirror and truly see the field you are emitting, you have the opportunity to step through it, to dissolve the boundary between the inside and the outside. This is the moment when the distinction between creator and creation fades, when you realize that you have always been both the painter and the canvas. To step through, you simply need to let go of the narrative that says you are separate from the world. Feel the mirror's surface thinning, becoming translucent like mist. As you breathe, imagine yourself moving forward, merging with the mist, becoming one with the light that surrounds you. In that state, you are no longer a single point emitting a vibration. You are the entire field, a living wave that carries the possibility of infinite expression. When you emerge from this meditation, you may feel a lingering sense of expansion, a subtle hum that resonates in your bones. That hum is the echo of the field you have briefly become. Carry it with you as you move through the day, as a reminder that the power to shape reality is not a distant, abstract concept, but a living, breathing part of you. Each time you notice a thought that pulls you toward lack, replace it with the feeling of abundance, even if the external circumstances have not yet caught up. Each time you encounter resistance, see it as an invitation to deepen your vibration, to refine the frequency until it aligns perfectly with your intention. The journey does not end here. It is a spiral, each turn bringing you deeper into the well of your own creative potential. The book provides a roadmap, but the map is only useful if you walk the path. The practices we have explored, feeling your current frequency, the mirror exercise, the intention resonance equation, the nightly reset, are the stepping stones. Use them daily and watch as the world begins to respond in ways that once seemed impossible. If you have felt a shift in your chest, a lightness in your mind, an inner smile that surprised you, share it. Let your comment be the ripple that reaches another soul searching for that same key. Tell us what vibration you decided to hold today, what mirror you gazed into, what intention you paired with resonance. Your story may be the beacon that guides someone else out of darkness, that confirms that they are not alone on this path. And if the act of sharing feels like an offering, consider sending your energy into this community by clicking the like button. Not as a simple gesture, but as a deliberate act of co-creation, a way to amplify the field that surrounds us all. Each like, each subscription, each heartfelt comment adds another strand to the tapestry we are weaving together. A tapestry that stretches far beyond this screen, reaching into the collective consciousness of seekers everywhere. Remember, this work is not for those who seek quick fixes or superficial motivation. It is for those who are willing to sit with the silence, to look into the mirror without flinching, to take responsibility for the frequencies they emit. It is for those who understand that true power lies not in forcing the world, but in aligning oneself so perfectly with the flow that the world has no choice but to follow. As we draw this segment to a close, take a final deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Feel the expansion of the sphere within your chest. Know that you are now equipped with a set of tools, a deeper understanding, and a renewed sense of agency. The field is listening, the universe is waiting, and you are the musician of your own symphony. Stay present, keep your breath steady, and let the resonance continue to grow, like a flame that never wanes, like a tide that always returns. The invitation remains open. Stay with me, keep listening, keep feeling, keep vibrating. The deeper teachings await, and they will unfold exactly as the frequency you hold guides them to. Let us move forward, together, into the luminous unknown. The next chamber of this audio journey is the place where the abstract becomes tactile, where the whisper of the quantum world is turned into a breath you can feel in the space between your ribs. Imagine a laboratory of light, not of steel and glass, but of intention and awareness, where each observation you make is a brushstroke on the canvas of possibility. In that laboratory, the double-slit experiment is no longer a distant story about particles. It becomes a mirror of your own consciousness, a reminder that every moment you look, you are choosing which path the wave of potential will collapse into. Feel that pause, that breath held between thought and feeling. That is the moment of collapse. In that instant, the universe does not ask you what you want. It asks you what you are resonating as. If you step forward with a heart that hums at the frequency of gratitude, the possibilities that align with gratitude will solidify. If you linger in the shadow of doubt, the wave will settle into a pattern of lack. This is not a moral verdict. It is simply physics speaking the language of vibration. Take a second now to notice the subtle tremor in your own chest, the tiny vibration that has been there since the first heartbeat. That tremor is the seed of the equation that will guide you forward. The equation is simple yet profound. Intention multiplied by vibration equals manifestation. Intention is the direction you point your inner compass. Vibration is the strength of the signal you emit. The product of those two creates the reality you step into. There is no need for complex mathematics, no need for exotic symbols. All you need is the clarity of a mind that knows what it wishes to become, and the courage to hold that frequency steady, even when the world around you seems to shout in a different key. Now let us walk through the first practical step of this alchemy, identifying the vibration you are truly emitting, not the one you think you are. Close your eyes if you can, and bring your attention to the space just below your throat, the throat chakra, the place where sound is born. Imagine a small lamp there, flickering. Observe the color of its flame. Is it a soft amber, a steady blue, a wavering red? Do not label it, simply notice. That color is the shade of your current frequency. If the flame is dim, it is a sign that your vibration is low, perhaps clouded by fear or fatigue. If it shines bright, you are already resonating with a higher note. When you have this image, open your eyes and write in the comments a single word that captures the hue you saw. This simple act of externalizing your inner observation creates a bridge between your inner field and the collective field of this community. Each word, each shared color, becomes a thread that weaves us together, amplifying the resonance of everyone who reads it. The second technique is the mirror of energy, a practice that takes the metaphor of the world as a mirror and turns it into a concrete ritual. Stand before any reflective surface, a window, a still pond, even a polished phone screen. Look not at your face, but at the space behind you, at the light that bounces back. As you gaze, repeat silently. I am the mirror. I reflect what I emit. Feel the subtle shift as you align your perception with the idea that the external scene is simply a playback of your internal state. When you notice a discordant image, a cloud that seems threatening, a crowd that feels hostile, ask yourself, what vibration am I holding that invites this image? Then, gently, adjust that vibration. Imagine turning a dial inside, raising the frequency a notch, feeling the air around you thrum a little brighter. Return to the mirror and notice the change. The clouds may soften, the crowd may seem more welcoming. This is not magic. It is the natural law of resonance responding to your adjustment. Now, for the third and most transformative exercise, the step-by-step reconfiguration of your field. Begin by finding a quiet place where you can sit comfortably. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your abdomen. Take a slow, deep inhale, feeling the breath fill your lungs. Then exhale fully, releasing any tension. As you breathe, bring to mind a situation that feels stuck, a pattern that repeats like a song you cannot stop hearing. Visualize the scene, but do not attach any judgment. See it as a neutral projection of energy. Next, shift your focus to the feeling that underlies that scene. Is it fear? Is it longing? Is it a sense of not being enough? Identify that core vibration. Then, consciously replace it with the vibration you wish to embody. If the core is fear, replace it with courage. If it is longing, replace it with contentment. Imagine a dial turning, the frequency rising, the color of your inner lamp brightening. Hold that new vibration for several breaths, feeling it settle into the cells of your body, into the very fabric of your being. When you feel stable, bring the original scene back into view, now bathed in the new light of your chosen vibration. Notice how the details shift, how the outcome looks different, how the sense of possibility expands. This simple yet powerful re-encoding of the field is the heart of the quantum equation in action. If you have followed these steps, you have already begun to rewrite the script that the universe reads when it looks at you. You have moved from being a passive observer to an active author. From a vessel that simply reacts to an instrument that composes. This transformation does not happen in a single breath. It is a practice, a daily return to the center, a commitment to keep your field aligned with the truth of who you are. At this point, you might feel a surge of excitement, or perhaps a lingering doubt that whispers, you are still missing something. That whisper is simply the old vibration trying to hold its familiar shape. Acknowledge it, thank it for its service, and let it dissolve as you reaffirm your new frequency. The more you practice, the more the old patterns lose their grip, and the clearer the mirror becomes. Now, as we approach the final stretch of this audio, let us honor the journey we have taken together. Feel the weight of the knowledge you have received, the subtle shift in your chest, the lightness that comes from knowing you are the source of your reality. This is not a conclusion, but a doorway. Beyond it lies the luminous unknown, a space where your frequencies can dance freely, where your intentions can blossom without restriction. If this moment resonates with the deepest part of you, let your heart speak through a simple gesture. Click the like button, not as a habit, but as an intentional act of co-creation. A way to send your vibration out into the field that surrounds us all. Share this video with anyone you sense is ready to awaken, because the more souls that align, the stronger the collective resonance becomes. And if you feel the call to stay connected, tap the subscribe button, allowing the current of these teachings to flow to you whenever you need it. Each subscription is a thread that ties you to a community of seekers, each comment a ripple that can reach a faraway heart that is searching for the same key you have just found. Remember, the universe does not wait for perfection, it waits for presence. It does not demand that you have all the answers, only that you show up, breath by breath, vibration by vibration. As you go forward, carry this simple mantra: I am the frequency, I am the mirror, I am the creator. Let it settle into the rhythm of your daily life. Let it guide your choices. Let it shape the way you speak to yourself and to the world. Take a final deep breath now, filling your lungs completely, feeling the expansion of the sphere within your chest. As you exhale, release any lingering doubt, any residual static that no longer serves you. Feel the field around you humming with possibility, a soft chorus of countless frequencies aligning in harmony. Know that you have the tools, the understanding, and the power to navigate this symphony. The field is listening, the universe is waiting, and you are the musician of your own symphony. Stay present, keep your breath steady, and let the resonance continue to grow, like a flame that never wanes, like a tide that always returns. The invitation remains open. Stay with me. Keep listening, keep feeling, keep vibrating. The deeper teachings await, and they will unfold exactly as the frequency you hold guides them to. Let us move forward together into the luminous unknown. Remember that each breath you take is a chord in the symphony of your field, a silent promise that the universe can hear. When you inhale, picture a wave of golden light expanding from the center of your chest, reaching outward to touch every unseen particle that forms your reality. When you exhale, release the static that has kept you anchored to old patterns, and watch it dissolve into the ether like mist at sunrise. Feel that shift. Let it settle deep inside, and let it become the baseline from which every new vibration emerges. Now, if this resonance has sparked something inside you, let your hand become the messenger of your intention. Tap the like button as an offering of your own frequency, and share this message with anyone whose heart is ready to awaken. Drop a comment below describing the vibration you will nurture today, and let the community feel the ripple of your truth. And if you feel called to walk this path regularly, subscribe so the current of these teachings can flow to you whenever you need to recalibrate. Together we become a chorus of creators, each note strengthening the whole. Stay steady, stay luminous, and keep playing your infinite song. The field is listening, the world is reflecting, and you are the author of every line. Let the journey continue, one breath, one vibration, one moment at a time.